crafting a 2-pound meatloaf while humorously exploring culinary tips and family interactions.
Let's get started today first with America's favorite homemade classic meatloaf. Here we go. Now, normally I would use, the recipe calls for 1 pound, okay? I mean pound and a half, but I went with 2 pound of lean ground beef. In the lean ground beef, what we do is it calls for 1.5 cups. I got 1.3 cups of milk, just regular milk in this. Okay, I'm going to put this around. Milk's in it. Okay, now in it also breadcrumbs. I think we called for 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. I went with a little more of the breadcrumbs because I've gone up to 2 pound on the beef. Okay, so we've got just a little more than the breadcrumbs. Didn't go with the whole onion because some of my people don't like onions. So we went about 1/2 of an onion, not a whole onion, just a sweet onion too. All right, eggs. I'm going to go ahead and go with these 2 cups. It calls for 1 egg, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and go with 2 cups, 2 eggs, because I went with a little more beef. Now, I'm putting something in it that I normally haven't used in a while. This McCormick's, it's just a meatloaf seasoning, all right? I usually do my own seasoning, but I want to try a little bit of some McCormick's, see what that does. We'll see how it turns out, see what happens. All right, now this, we've got to mix up pretty good, okay? We're going to get it mixed up. This is America's favorite homemade meatloaf. All right, now it's pretty much and I might hit this with a little more breadcrumbs. The reason why is I want to make sure that it needs to be a little dry. If it's not a little dry, it just doesn't do as good. You want it to be a little dry, and breadcrumbs are about the only thing that makes it dry. I'll make some red sauce for it in just a moment, but I'm going to hit it because I went with a little bit more stuff in it. So I'm going to hit it with a little bit more breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are not going to hurt it. Now you say, John, how do you know? Well, I don't know. I just thought I would do it. Cooking's supposed to be fun. Maybe, unless you're cooking like in the Army, or in a submarine, or if you're cooking on a battleship, or if you're cooking outer space, then it could not be fun, okay? Or, as Janice shares, she cooked for 40 years to keep us alive, okay? In doing that, I could see where it could not be fun sometimes. All right, let me get a little bit of salt and pepper. How about I just get salt? Yeah, that's all right. Oh, sorry. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of salt on this. Just salt to taste. I don't use a lot of salt on anything but an apple. Now when I do my apples, I hit them pretty hard with the salt. Is it good for you? No. But do I do it? Yes. And hence I've been married for 42 years. Sometimes you do things that are not good for you. That's a truth. A lot of times I introduce Janice as my first wife. Somebody said, have you been married before? I said, nope, but I like to keep her on her toes. I don't want her to think, oh, I've got this spot forever. You got to do that, okay? Now, I've got a pretty good little meat thing going on here. Because I'm not using my hands. Ooh, I'm going to put my hands down in that. When to use my hands. Sometimes I make it just a little bit more breadcrumbs. Just a little bit. It's not going to be 2, whatever you were saying. Oh, my oven has preheated. 2. I've got stuff going all over the place, okay? As I shared, I'm making all this stuff for supper. Now, I got to pat this out into a loaf. Is that going to be easy? No. Because I have to touch it with my hands. Ooh. 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 Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Janice, you shouldn't call your husband a sissy. It's emasculating. Oh, gee, ooh, gee, ooh, gee, ooh, gee, ooh, gee. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm patting it. Okay. Trying to make it sort of uniform.
You should have put some dehydrated onions.
Because Colson's going to see them onions that fall out on the floor. Colson's not real fond of onions. Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. Now, I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 60 minutes. And while it's in the oven for 60 minutes, I'm going to sing some of my favorite songs and maybe tell a few jokes. No kidding. No kidding. I'm just joking. Ooh, I don't like to touch it. Now, as I go through this, when I get up near about the 45-minute mark, I'm going to pour my red sauce on it. Okay? All right, so let's drop this in the oven at 350 degrees for 60 minutes. At 350 degrees. The reason why is the internal part of that's supposed to be about 165. The inside of that when it gets up there to it. All right, so now let's whip up the red sauce for the to go on it up to about the 45-minute mark. Okay, now the red sauce calls for some things. Okay, a little bit. Now calls for 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of mustard, and a third of ketchup. Okay, now what? I double it? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, because there you can have some extra.
Okay. All right. The camera ladies gave me some advice. She said I would double it. So she said it, and then I'll do it. Okay. Now, brown sugar. I like to crumble it up a little bit, make sure I get it crumbled. Okay. Brown sugar. I already gave it I already doubled my brown sugar. Okay. Now, when it comes to ketchup, 1/3 a cup of ketchup. All right. All right, that's it. And let's give it a little more. Okay. Now, mustard calls for 2 tablespoons of mustard. Okay. I'm just going to put a little mustard in this. 2 tablespoons of mustard. I gave it a little more. Okay. Now, in the red sauce, that's really it that goes in that. Janice says I need a little more. Yeah. So let's do a little more. All right. We'll give it a little more brown sugar because you want some more. All right. So brown sugar, I'll crumble up some more. You see that in there? Do you see down in there? Mm-hmm. Brown sugar. All right. Here's some more brown sugar. Here's some more ketchup. And I've got a new mustard over there, but
Yeah, mustard applied.
I think that's all the mustard. Okay, now we've got to stir this up. This is the red sauce. It's going to go on the world famous, internationally known meatloaf. Okay, now, will it be great? Yes, I'm sure it'll be great meatloaf. Okay, but this is not going to go on because if you put it on too early, it seems to me like it burns it up. And I just don't like that, okay? I don't want to burn it up. I don't like to burn up the meatloaf stuff. Same way with cheese when I'm making pizza. I don't like to put my cheese on too early. All right, we'll come back in a few moments and I'll show you. We're going to add the red sauce on the meatloaf. These breadcrumbs? No, no, don't need no breadcrumbs. We talking about Janice. Breadcrumbs. Janice want me to put breadcrumbs in it.
What is it called? What's inside of
It's
it?
called meatloaf.
I'm not looking at. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Stay where you are.
I am not doing that smell.
I really didn't want you to. Just stand still. I know what you got, okay?
I go swing over there.
All right, meatloaf. This meatloaf looks very good, okay? Now, we have meatloaf there.
Hey,
Okay?
that's my seat.
All right, now you got a microphone on, so it's important that you curb your talking
Why?
because your grandfather doesn't want to slap you on the head on camera, okay? Cake bread in the plate.
I don't know what the cake bread.
It's cake bread, okay?
Oh.
There's the
I thought
cake
it
bread.
was cake man.
Okay,
yes.
oh, where's your
Nuggets
nuggets?
right
You need to try Papa's food.
No.
Don't talk so loud now because you have a microphone on.
I know.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't like him.
What are you doing?
Homemade meatloaf.
I go taste it.
Your mama juiced him.
Are you just go taste it?
You want to bite?
Nope, I'm good.
Try it, sorry. Give me a mic.
No,
But don't talk so much.
Okay.
When you say things, it picks up on the microphone.
Okay.
No. There's a reason why children are not made to be heard. All
Carter's cheese.
Can I please?
Don't talk much.
right, sit still. Look, cake bread. Cut it with your fork.
Can
That's the corner piece too. It's going to be a little tougher. Yeah, if you don't yap so much, you can have it. Stay a
Yeah.
little bit quieter, because everything you say.
Phone is still on the back of my neck. Go make sure it ain't no. Right here.
This cake bread will be good with butter on it.